The very last section here is a very short section. So it just talks about the idea of vectors, again, with mechanics in 3 dimensions. So remember, you can find magnitude of a force, magnitude of acceleration, magnitude of displacement, we call that distance, magnitude of velocity, we call that speed. You need to recognize when to move from one to the other, but it's all about Pythagoras again, okay? Square, add square, and then root the lot. Okay, that's the way to do that one. A couple of examples then. In fact, let's just do this one together. So a force. So a particle of mass 0.5, so m equals 0.5, is acted on by 3 forces. We are always pretty much interested in the resultant though, aren't we? F equals ma. F is resultant force equals mass times acceleration. Okay. This one can be as a vector. Mass is not a vector, it's just a scalar, so it will just have a number there. And then acceleration will be like this. And this is how mechanics questions will look like that use 3 dimensions, more or less. Find the resultant force. So resultant force is F1 plus F2 plus F3. What are we going to do? So 6 minus 1 is 5, minus 1, minus 3. Okay. It is newtons. It's force, so put newtons on it. Find the acceleration of the particle. Well, now you have the resultant force. That's the F side there. So what you do is you put in all your information. You can, if you want, you could sort of write it with this sort of notation, but I'm not sure that's strictly necessary. And then you've got lots of sort of mini equations to solve. Okay, so you'll find that this one here is 10. Okay, and minus 2 and so on. Find the magnitude of the acceleration. Well, magnitude is Pythagoras, so they want you to do Pythagoras with what you've just got. Given that the particle starts at rest, very suspicious thing to say, makes me think about u equals 0. Find the distance traveled. Makes me think about s, makes me think about t, and we've got a already. So it's turning into a SUVAT question again. So as we normally do, okay, using those values there. Notice that the question was about distance. So the question was all about magnitudes. That's how you knew magnitude of acceleration, magnitude, distance, and so on and so on. And that takes you to 12D. And in fact, that is actually vectors and the last chapter of the book finished.